Yay. You haven't set your lineup yet, right? It's Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
Just after 11 o'clock, good morning. Thank you guys for tuning in to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Maybe you're listening on iHeartRadio. Tune in, Radio Player Canada or sports1440.ca, or watching on YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, or Twitch, or even podcasts. However you're doing so, we appreciate it. If you're able to, hit that like button. If you're looking for a place to watch us, might I recommend Sports 1440 AM on YouTube. Fantasy Frenzy brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Lots to get to on the program today. How about Leon Draisaitl last night? 0.1000 on the season on the power play. 2-man advantage. The Oilers are whipping it around, but eventually be Zach Hyman burying it. Leon Draisaitl, second assist. They all count the same. That's 1,000 for him on the season. And before you could almost even tweet out your 1,000-point tweet for Draisaitl, then you got another one. 2 points. Not too bad. The Edmonton Oilers' big win over the Pittsburgh Penguins. Connor McDavid, star of the show, and kind of, had 4 points. Duke, I don't know if you listened to 5 questions. We did bold predictions. Now, I had the Oilers winning 5-2 with an empty netter. Connor McDavid scoring 2 goals. And as I'm saying it, I'm like, and he's going to get the empty netter. But no, he would pass it. But no, I'm still sticking with it. So if you listen to me and you threw some shekels down on a 2-goal performance for McDavid, shout out to you and making me wish I did something. But nice game for the Oilers last night, Duke.
It was, yeah. It's funny watching that game. You kind of like, in the case of the Penguins, you can say like, this is a team that's right in the mix of the playoff race. They certainly didn't really look it last night. Obviously, the 2 goaltenders going up against their former clubs that came in as a very prominent, if not maybe the prominent storyline, even ahead of Crosby's chase of Lemieux, Draisaitl on the brink of 1,000, Crosby and McDavid head to head. Like there was so much going on last night. Take your pick of what was your favorite. But yeah, Leon Draisaitl, I harped on it so much last night on the post game show and throughout this morning too. Like this is an incredible accomplishment, and to do so in the fashion he has, where he's just 30 years old. He's the 5th fastest Oiler to do it, 5th Oiler to do it, period, which of course is a new record in the NHL for one franchise. And he's doing it along the likes of a fellow future Hall of Famer and Connor McDavid and 3 other Hall of Famers, Curry, Gretzky, and Messier. So it's elite company. It's a special class of players, just 103 in the history of the league to do it. So that kind of drove home for me, even above some of that the other things that happened. In the case of shekels down, I was rooting for all the storylines last night, Connor.
Yeah, I know.
Money line, Oilers to win, over goal totals in the game. Bang, bang. Crosby, 2 points. Didn't quite get there. Draisaitl, his point to hit 1,000, and even the new Oilers goaltender, Tristan Jarry, his over on saves in the game against his old club. Came close. So very close. And then those couple garbage time Penguins goals, too. The one was scored while Donovan and I were walking back here to the studio from first round. And all we just say is like, oh my God, Brian Russ scored. I'm like, that's Crosby's line mate. Maybe he got in on it. No, he did not. So I came up just shy, making it a little sad on that front. But a great game all the same.
Brendan says, wouldn't that make him the slowest Oiler to do it?
It's a fair point. So far.
Man, that Leon Draisaitl, what took him so long?
Yeah, come on.
Get it going. But yeah, congratulations to him for that one. We're just having some dessert dropped off in studio.
Wow, dessert.
Thank you.
How special.
What is this? Okay. We got a little drop off. Thank you very much. I will say I was last night looking and Nathan McKinnon's been so unbelievable this year. And I was thinking 4 points, McDavid, he's got to be close. He's got to be in the conversation right now. And then when I look, he's up on Nathan McKinnon in the points race. Now, Nathan McKinnon had 3 points in the third period last night, recaptured it. He's a stud. We know that one. But I just went back because, Duke, we were talking probably late November about this season for him. It's not going well. He's not shooting the puck. He said he wanted to shoot the puck. He's not doing it. And we knew he was going to find his game in this fashion. All of a sudden, December hit. 1-0 loss to Minnesota. Since then, in, 7 games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 games. He has 9 goals, 20 points. He had 4 points against Seattle, 2 against the Jets, 2 against Buffalo, 4 against Detroit, 3 against the Leafs, 1 against Montreal, and then a 4-point night last night with the 2 goals. 9 goals, 11 assists in those games. This is the Connor McDavid I think we knew. Maybe he needed Lowtie to say he might be out of his prime. We'd be like, all right, old man, let me show you what I got left here. But he has been absolutely unbelievable for the Oilers. No surprise. They've only lost 2 of those games, and they picked up points in all but 1. So what he's been doing, it's interesting. And, Nathan McKinnon, like I said, he's been unbelievable. 2 goals last night, add an assist, I believe all in the third period. But you'd be foolish not to think Connor McDavid can track him down and make this a real race. Leon Draisaitl now sitting third in points as well, surpassing the 2 young kids. Obviously, Connor Bedard's going to fall. So we'll see. Duke, do you think he can do it? There is lots of hockey left to be played. Are you taking McKinnon or McDavid?
Man, that's a tough one. You'd be looking pretty smart if, say, a few weeks or even a month ago, you got a little sprinkle action on a McDavid future to win the scoring race, because I'm sure he wasn't far down the list. The league and the books that set these lines are not ignorant to the fact that he can score in bunches and erase deficits like we've seen him do here in the early going of December. So do I think he can do it? Of course, I think I can do it. If I had to put my money down somewhere right now, maybe I would lean McKinnon. Just correct me if I'm wrong. He does not have an Art Ross trophy in his trophy case.
No, I think he's been rested towards the end of the season and slipped out of the position.
So hey, McDavid been there, done that. He's already got a whole pile of them. Maybe McKinnon gets his first this season, but as of right now, if we fast forward the remaining 50 games, it should make for a exciting scoring race the rest of the season. When you talk about condensed schedule, pre-Olympics, post-Olympics, where these 2 guys are going to be teammates, all of it playing into maybe some fun storylines down the stretch.
Just quickly, what did Mel drop off for us? Mel and Sales, shout out to you. Thank you.
She said it's some sort of cranberry cake from Starbucks, I think.
From SB's? Tater bought me a cinnamon coffee cake from SB's last week, and it was really good. So I'm looking forward to this one. Was it good? Josh blew a kiss, or chef's kiss. Don
blew a kiss.
He blew a kiss my way. Call HR. What do you think, Duke? Pretty good?
I haven't had any yet.
Oh, I thought you were munching right into it.
No.
I thought I was flying solo. Also today, we found out that Tua Tagovailoa, in some circles known as turn the ball over, will not be the starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. Quinn Ewers, the former Longhorn, going to get the call. I'm a little bummed out because I thought Zach Wilson would be the guy.
Really?
Well, just with a healthy Dolphins team, I wanted to see Zach Wilson just heave it downfield. Tyreek's down there somewhere. Of course, he's hurt. They got to see what they have, I guess, in Quinn Ewers. But my goodness, isn't Tua $60 million a year?
Sorry, say that one more time.
Tua, is he $60 million a year?
I don't know exactly. I just know if they were to cut him this offseason, because I read it in the article this morning on the news, that they would have a $90 million dead cap hit next season.
Can't be doing that one. I thought it's more than 50, probably less than 60, because that would be absolutely crazy. But yeah, that's not a good situation. Obviously, the Dolphins out of the playoff spot. I don't know what the necessarily the future is going to be. We did have Playbook Vic say, do you guys think the change at quarterback will impact Waddle in fantasy? I mean, how bad
can it make it any worse?
That's what I'm thinking.
Does this increase the value of Devon Achane and I don't know, maybe Darren Waller, rookie quarterback, looking for the safety valves. Where do we know those to be more often than not? Tight ends and running backs on screenplays. And Devon Achane is the center point of this offense regardless. But will we see an even uptick in touches? Or do they start to give a little bit of a rest to him, knowing the season is over, and give more of a look to some of their younger guys, Jalen Wright, Ollie Gordon? I think that's a very big risk for those like me that are banking on a Devon Achane performance to continue their fantasy season after a week 1 playoff win.
I would think so. I think it's still going to be Achane. I think he still wants the glory. You're going to stick with your guy. I think if he's sending maybe a few less carries, but I think you're still good to start him. I would say in his last 4 weeks, Jalen Waddle has 1 touchdown, and the most he's put up is 52 yards, 52, 40, 50. And then on Monday night, it was 26 on 2 receptions. So, how much worse can it get? He did go on a really nice stretch in the midpoint of the season, but yeah, I don't think it's going to get a whole lot worse than what we're seeing right now. Granted, we're in New York, you were in Pittsburgh. Maybe they get back home and things will be a little bit better.
And they're playing the Bengals.
You're playing the Bengals, so
who we know have a terrible defense.
If you stuck with them till now I keep it going. JP, just talking about McKinnon, plus 43 on the year and on pace for 70 goals. Yeah, he's just unbelievable. Cannot wait to watch he and McDavid at the Olympics on that tiny little rink. That's what people would make it seem like. It's just this little miniature rink. What's the deal with Rosovic? Rumors he needs surgeries. Well, did you see what Gregor talked about?
I did, and it's made me shiver a little bit.
So this is from Gregor. He had the scoop. Remember when Matt Hendricks took the puck in the Family Jewels?
The Nads.
And the cup saved him?
Yeah.
That did not happen for Jack Roslovic, allegedly.
We're talking like a ruptured testicle?
I don't know. He just said there was a procedure. So, I don't know. I think Gregor, we have to go back. There's a clip of it on social media. Like, Roslovic was allegedly having a hard time walking around. Like, it was a serious shot. We've all been hit there. Eventually, it goes away. This seems like it was a little bit more serious. So, I don't know what the delay is. I don't know when he'll be back. But that's allegedly what happened. Bud Baker says, hey, Connor, squeezing the playoffs by half a point. Williams from Dallas coming back in the game saved me. Here's your chance at redemption for telling me to bench Pitts over Andrews. Do I start Stafford or Mayfield?
Thursday night game for Matt Stafford. Tough Seattle team.
Yeah. And then you might be down
Devontae Adams. That's a tough one. And Baker, it's do or die time, essentially, for this is a divisional game. Bucks, Panthers in Carolina. Baker's kind of got his full arsenal of weapons back. Is it crazy I like Baker over the front runner for MVP?
No, I don't think so. I will tell you this. Fantasy Pros, I like to go check them out and see what they think. Right now, Matthew Stafford in Seattle is that's a 2-star matchup.
That seems low.
That's not good.
Is it out of 5?
It's out of 5. When you have Baker Mayfield against Carolina, it's a 3-star matchup. So a little bit better. They're projecting 16.6 points for Baker and 18.1 for Stafford.
Well, that confuses me.
So, it's like a 5-star from the quarterbacks respectively. So that'd be like the Bengals 5-star matchup.
CJ Stroud against the Raiders this week.
4-star match. No, he's a 3-star matchup.
Disagree.
Your 5-star matchup is Jordan Love against Chicago.
Okay.
And Tyler Shuck against the Jets.
A quarterback that sometimes throws some aggressive interceptions against the team that leads the league in interceptions.
And Herbert against Dallas.
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting one, but still, I don't know if I can trust Herbert with the O-line.
Oh, Jalen Hurts against Washington as well.
Yeah, that one tracks. That tracks.
1-star matchup, Dak against the Chargers. Oh, baby. This Chargers. Got to roll with them. I'm not opposed to going with Baker Mayfield like you, Duke. I think it could be tough. What I would do, tomorrow, let's check in and see if Devontae Adams is on track to play. And also, let's check the weather. We got this precipitation that's hitting us up in Canada, and it's rainy there. I think you might be seeing a two-pronged attack from Corum and Williams. So let's hold off on that one. Let's
Pound the rock.
Let's look tomorrow, bud. Send us a text back, and hopefully I can redeem us. What about Rashee Rice's value now? Am I crazy to bench him for Juwan Jennings? 4 TDs in the last 3 games. And don't even get me started about Brock Bowers on the Raiders. Oh, the Raiders. They're in trouble. I've got a buddy who's a Raiders fan, and he's telling me that they're considering firing Mr. Carroll after 1 year.
He should just quit before they can do that.
Well, if you quit, you don't get the severance, right?
Well, I don't exactly think he's hurting for money.
I don't know either.
And then he should go become the head coach of Michigan.
Oh, that'd be fun. I think the people that are like, Herbert came back to keep his health insurance going.
But Rivers.
Sorry, Rivers. I get my goats combined.
He does have 10 kids.
Yeah.
That can't be cheap.
But a couple of them are over 21, I think. So I think they were off the plan.
Well, he's got grandkids too.
I don't think your grandkids get your benefits, do
What
you?
if they're your dependents?
I don't
It's all about how you scheme the system.
Well, he came back and got it for another 5 years, which is great for him.
So
but
now he's probably going to have a couple more kids.
I don't think that's why he did it. But
yeah, that was his primary motivator. I don't think so.
He actually called the Colts and threw it out there.
It's like, hey guys, I am really struggling financially to keep health coverage on all my mini children. Do you want to hire me? Your season's over anyway, right?
That $180 million deal I got burned right through. They all needed braces.
It's amazing how quickly it goes.
Rashee Rice's value. Here's the thing.
Gardner Minshew's been a starting quarterback.
Yeah, and he might go in and just force feed it to Rashee Rice or Travis Kelce. Can't rule it out. So I don't think you're crazy to do it. Juwan Jennings has been very productive as of late. But I'm not on the bail on Chiefs players right now because their quarterback went down. I still think, Minshew can throw it. Maybe they're losing these games. They're trailing in games, so now they do have to throw it. And all of a sudden, Rashee Rice is picking up those cookies.
Connor, I have a question for you.
Shoot.
This came from my friend Tom. He asked, and this is, I assume, in a super flex league, and a very deep one at that. I hope, anyway. These are his 3 quarterbacks he wanted me to offer my insight on. Gardner Minshew, Shadur Sanders, or Quinn Ewers. What do you like? And I told him, I was like, is it crazy that I kind of like the Quinn Ewers play because of matchup? But also, I think the safe play is probably just to roll Gardner Minshew out there.
I think Minshew's probably the way to go. But I get what you're saying with
just
matchup.
Picture Ewers just chucking a couple screens to Devon Achane. He takes him to the house. That's a touchdown pass, baby. And long ones at that sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, once again, they're playing the Bengals, who have the worst defense in the league. Maybe second ahead of Washington.
I think I'm with you. You get the Titans this week?
Yeah, for the Chiefs.
The Chiefs. Thank you to the text.
Jeffrey Simmons is an offensive player now, so.
Oh, yeah, he'll do it all. Yeah, Austin had it first, and then Playbook extended in also that Rice is in concussion protocol. So that'll make your decision a little easier. What happened to him?
I don't know.
Is he getting jacked up?
Probably some dirty player on a dirty team jacked him up.
I love it.
You just got jacked up.
Chiefs fans are like the dirtiest team in the league. I'm like, I love it. This is football, baby. Let's play the game. I don't think there was any brutal headshots in that game. One unfortunate one. It was close. Bang, bang, play. Thornton went down low. Jefferson just had to finish his hit.
Mm-hmm.
And says he is a Christmas ornament this year. Scott is. But lit up the last 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, yeah. You said it's Petrie 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
For the Texans.
And
I think
the boom.
I think Jefferson and Derwin got him. I think Derwin really got him hard. And clean hit, shoulder. But yeah, he Christmas ornament. Well said, Eden. That is a good way to look at it. Dolphins fan posted on Twitter yesterday, Tua yucking it up with the Steelers after the game, and he said he wasn't impressed. Get rid of him. Did you guys see that from B? Yeah, but
does that not happen after every single game? That's how football works. There's no formal handshake line. It's everyone just mobs the field and you dap it up. Maybe some former teammates, guys off-season training, college teammates. Who knows, right? There's a million different factors. I did not see this instance specifically, but I don't think that is the motivating factor behind the Dolphins benching Tua.
I think
him being bad at quarterback would be the reason for that.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I think he was talking with Jalen Ramsey after the game because they were former teammates.
Right.
Probably shared a laugh. I will say this, like when I'm in the peak of my fandom and the Chargers lose and I see them smiling after the game, I get the frustration. I'm like, come on, you should not have lost that game. But yes, at the end of the day, college teammates, former teammates, it's always what they do. They jersey swap, they chop it up. I wouldn't think that's a reason to bench him. Trevor said Parsons out for Green Bay. Yeah, well, we knew that one. Oh, a long list of injuries this year. It's crazy. Maybe when we come back, we'll talk about that. We've got some more questions here as well we will get to. Who could be comeback player of the year next year in the NFL? There's a lot of options. It's Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky.
At Papa John's, our butter chicken pizza is a Canadian favorite, and we think we know why. We start with a velvety, tangy, and subtly sweet sauce. Then it's our better ingredients: fresh, never frozen original dough, juicy grilled chicken, and crunchy green peppers and onions. Sounds delicious, right? Well, wait till you try it. It's butter chicken made better. Order your large butter chicken pizza today for only $19.99. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Proudly locally owned and operated.
Excavators, loaders, lifts, compaction equipment, and more. Find the XCMG construction equipment you need. Available for rental or sale at Japa Machinery Group. Japa, helping build Alberta from the ground up for 50 years. Visit japamachinery.com.
Action Electrical Solar Team is now making a play for sustainability and savings. They're specialists in powering up for a greener future.
That's the strategy. Designing and installing high-efficiency solar panels. They're helping homes and businesses combat rising utility costs by harnessing the power of the sun.
A smart move for efficiency and the environment. Hire the Action Electrical team to bring home a win for your project. Visit actionelectrical.net.
Across the province, Albertans are taking their shot on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code Gregor50. That's code Gregor50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner.
Andrew Walker, host of the postgame show on Sports 1440. After every hockey game this season, tune in and chime in as we talk about the game. It's all sponsored by Legacy Heating and Cooling. Don't get left in the cold. Visit legacyheating.ca.
I'm making my list, checking it twice. And guess what? I'm giving Wilhauk beef jerky to everyone, naughty and nice. Because honestly, everyone deserves a taste of Alberta's finest, no matter if they've been bad or good. So this holiday season, skip the chocolates and pass on the turkey. Make sure you're Wilhauking around the Christmas tree with Alberta's best beef jerky. Ho, ho, ho!
Available at Wilhauk Beef Jerky in Leduc.
Diablo Boots sells only Canadian-made work and biker boots made by Canada West. No American or boots made in China, so no tariffs. All of Diablo's boots have replaceable soles and heels for longer life. Sizes 6 to 14 Triple E. Buy quality, buy Canadian. And support Canada West and Diablo, the two best names in the boot business. So save on boots by Save On Foods. That's Diablo Boots, 3340 Gateway Boulevard on the east side of Save On Foods. Buy Canadian. They're terrific.
I think I'm having a moment. Another moment.
Who should start? Who needs to hit the bench? Find out with Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas. This is Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
11:25. Welcome back. It's Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Online, willhawkbeefjerky.com. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick with you here. Should say quickly here. I mean, we went out for first round lunch yesterday with Sam Duke for his, I don't even know what we call it, end of practicum lunch.
His last day.
And just got to give a quick shout out to first round. It was delicious. Service was good. Big thank you, Scott. You had a nice little burger.
Little buffalo chicken sandwich.
I went for the goaltenders.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Connor. They looked so good. So I was back in first round last night watching the Oilers game. I was like, man, I think I kind of want those goaltenders. They look so good when Connor had them.
Did you get the tots too?
No, I didn't get the tenders because it's Tuesday night on Tuesdays at first round. And Donovan was like, I'm going to get the buffalo chicken tacos. I was like, I had a buffalo chicken sandwich for lunch. But they have these bacon cheeseburger tacos.
Yeah, those are good.
I tried those and they were bussin', as the kids would say.
Did you say it's Tuesday night on Tuesday nights at first round?
Is that what I meant? Taco Tuesday?
I thought maybe I heard it wrong.
I was up well past my bedtime last night. Keep that in mind.
Absolutely. I will. Little update from Husk says, guys, driving conditions getting bad. Turn those lights on. Yes. Turn them all the way on. All the way. Get those rear lights on. A lot of people just don't. And I know they're not Sports 1440 listeners because we hammer it home. Turn those lights on, guys. Be safe. Don't be in a rush. This segment brought to you by elksnation.ca, 2 weekly podcasts with Eddie Steele and Declan Kruger breaking down the green and gold. The most in-depth AA football coverage you'll find out there on the internet. elksnation.ca, also YouTube and anywhere you get your podcasts.
Anywhere?
Anywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, they're everywhere. Like Brendan's dad, I turn on the lights every time I get. From Tiger. Who's Brendan? Brandon?
I think I'm Brendan.
Do you...
Brendan, actually.
I thought you were Drandon.
Drandon Douglas.
Drandon Douglas. Do you use your dad turn the lights on every time?
Yeah.
Even in the summer, like when it's...
Maybe not as much, but it's like, but here's the thing, even on vehicles, like almost every vehicle now, it's automatic. And even and if it's decent, like if it's dark enough, it'll put your full headlights on automatically. That's where the issue sometimes lies in our modern times, is that visibility is low, but it's not dark enough for your full headlights to come on, just your daytime. So henceforth, we reiterate, turn your full headlights on. But I digress. My dad will just go to reach for it all the time, no matter what.
It's not the worst thing.
And then he does stuff like that, which is very heads up, and he somehow manages to find how the headlights work in any vehicle. And then on Saturday, he gets in my truck as we were going to chase in some kettle that had escaped in the frigid afternoon temperatures. And he's sitting there. I get in the passenger seat because he'd already come out to start it. He's like, "How do you turn the heat up in this thing?" And I'm like, just staring down the middle of my dash. I'm like, well, it seems pretty intuitive, but this giant fan trigger here, you just click it up a couple times. So it's funny how that works.
Yeah.
So some things just come so naturally, and others he's quite lost.
I will say I do like that he turns the lights on. The lights, it's nice leaving here in the summer because it's light out, and then in the winter I leave and it's dark at 6. And some people's lights are not on or crazy dull, and then the next person driving will blind you.
I can't see.
Are these high beams? No, just standard new vehicle lights, which is great for them. Not always as good for oncoming traffic. Let's dive into the inbox. Trevor says, "You guys helped me out last week. I need advice. I'm in the semifinals. I need a tight end and a QB to play. Would you stack Williams and Loveland? Williams would counter opponents more points." I don't mind it because Colson Loveland is, kind of a slower start to this season, been better as of late. If Rome Odunze is not going to play again, then I think he'd be a pretty good option. I guess it depends who your other options are, Trevor. Let us know. But I don't mind that. Because if you hit that, if you imagine having that QB, tight end, running back, receiver, whatever it is, stack, and they connect on a couple touchdowns, that's massive, especially in the semifinals here. Go a long way. Playbook Vic says, "Tell the guy to pick up Colby Parkinson."
Dude, Colby Parkinson propelled the upset of the number 1 seed in our Dynasty League last week, and he was a waiver wire pickup.
I mean, especially if Devontae's not playing and you can get him, that's not a bad idea. Playbook Vic also has 11 hours of highway driving today, so good luck. Take your time.
Stay safe out there.
Stay safe. I hope you're in a good vehicle with winter tires. Duke, I'm sure you guys talked about it in the post game. What did you think of the 1,000 point celebration right beside Stuart Skinner? Was that one of the sadder things we've ever seen?
Well, and I threw the question out to the listeners throughout the course of the show. Was there any part of you as an Oilers fan last night that was rooting for Stuart Skinner to have success? I'm not saying the Penguins to win the game. You want the Oilers to win. You want some goals on the board so Leon could get his 1,000th point. All these things, right? But was there any part of you, because Skinner, his time here was largely successful, but it was just time for a change. Whatever, we've talked about that ad nauseum over the course of the past 2 seasons. And I think the most of the fan base, the ones that texted in anyway, kind of said, yeah. The people rooting for the 0-0 game to go to overtime and then a Leon goal or maybe even a shootout or something, right? Empty net goal, 3-1 final, whatever. And so that image of the entire team mobbed around Leon Draisaitl 15 feet away from Stuart Skinner, I think that hit a lot of the fan base in the fields, kind of thinking 4 days ago, 5 days ago, he would be the back guy on this little pile up coming down from the other end of the ice. And now he's the one victimized for it.
Yeah.
So it's tough. You feel for the guy. Didn't have the best night overall in the Pittsburgh crease. Couple tough goals get past him. So yeah, I think there's a little bit of sentiment there without a doubt.
It is. Yeah, I would agree. I hope that he turns it around, has a good run, and then that leads into another contract in Pittsburgh or wherever it might be. Last night, definitely not the case. And then for Tristan Jarry, Duke finishes the game with an .867 save percentage. Once again, though, had he made that last save or had NHL games been 59 minutes, he would have had a 900 save percentage. It's these last minute goals that are absolutely crushing his save percentage right now. Last night, there was only 14 seconds left. Good for Heinen to get his first goal of his career. Season? Oh, sorry, season. I thought I said it was his career. How old is he?
He's old.
He's old.
He's been around Boston, Anaheim.
First goal of his season. Okay, well, less important. He probably didn't need that one then. But so close to having a really good save percentage, just not working his way.
Well, how about this for you?
His 97th goal of his career.
That would have been a great tweet to put out. Congrats to Danton Heinen for his first goal of his career. Shame it comes at the expense of a 900 save percentage for Tristan Jarry.
I may have been watching.
How quickly would have people jumped on you for that?
May have been watching with a crying baby, but whatever.
But besides the point.
Nonetheless.
My point here is forget the last 15 seconds. How about the last 5 minutes of the game? They scored one with the when Brian Rust, right, makes it a 2-goal contest before then McDavid as the empty netter. So, but that was just puck watching to a T. It seemed like they really mailed it in the final 5 minutes in a game that they looked at as a pretty surefire victory. Why? I'm not saying you have to play 60 minutes every single night. We know that's impossible at this level. It's too taxing. But you already did this to your goalie on Saturday, where you gave up a goal in the last minute, essentially, to tank his stats. Stats aren't everything, but they're something. And now here you are, last 5 minutes of a game that you have controlled nearly start to finish, and you can't put in 5 more minutes of competent defensive hard work. Picture 2 less goals. Save percentage would be looking sterling. Instead, it's trash again. So it's that's my one real nitpick of the team last is just close the game out.
Yeah.
Right. Help your goalie out. It's his second game with the team. Get the box score watchers off his back a little bit.
Oh, totally.
Because Jarry played really well. Do not be mistaken. He played very solid. He didn't have to make any game savers or 10 bellers. I don't think maybe at all of his 26, but he was rock solid.
Yeah, and it was the same way. I think I might have told the story. Someone on our Facebook page was like, "Oh, same save percentage as Stuart Skinner," and I said, "Well, Yeah, if he saves that last one, he's way over like 928 or something.
Yeah.
So it's just, that inopportune goal. We know that there's a story about that with Calvin Pickard last week as well. And just looking through it here as well, a guy who was struggling to start the year, Evan Bouchard, had a really good month of November, playing good hockey. The pairing of he and Ekholm last night in the game, 2 more points. That puts him in 3rd spot in points in the NHL when it comes to defensemen. So
Pretty good.
Pretty good. You got McDavid and Draisaitl sitting 2nd and 3rd in total points, skaters. And then just on the back end there, Bouchard trailing only, who would you guess?
Cale Makar.
Of course.
And I don't think it's Quinn Hughes. He missed some time. Oh, geez. I don't know.
I thought he was a really good offensive player a couple of years ago. Maybe had a lull.
Oh, you know who it is? Because he had I think he might have scored twice. I was in a couple points last night against my Ducks, Zach Werenski.
That's it. There you go. So Makar at 40, Zach Werenski at 36, Bouchard 32, and then you got Heiskanen and Morrissey at 29 and 28 to round out the top 5. Man, Cale Makar plus 31 on the year. Not too shabby. If you're into that sort of statistic, some people are not. We'll take a break here. When we come back, we'll get to more of your texts. 1-833-401-1440. We can talk some fantasy football, some Oilers, or whatever else you'd like to discuss. 1-833-401-1440. It's Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440 on YouTube, Facebook, X, and Instagram. Also Twitch, brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky.
At GS Construction, we focus on building a culture of collaboration, innovation, and respect. Our teams work together, supporting one another and striving towards shared goals. We're committed to creating a work environment that empowers individuals, values teamwork, and ensures everyone feels respected and safe. With decades of experience in the field, GS Construction prioritizes our people, our culture, and safety. This is what makes us unique. To find out more, go to gsconstruction.ca.
5-time Junior Hockey League champions, the Spruce Grove Saints, are excited to be back on the ice at the brand new Thompson Family Arena. Be part of the action and enjoy some of the best junior hockey Canada has to offer by experiencing a Saints game for your next outing. Tickets range from $10 to $17 with free parking and some of the best food and drink specials in town. For more information on tickets and how you can become a partner, go to sgsaints.ca.
Planning your next event? Let Loca Quality Market cater. From made-to-order meals to gourmet platters to full chef tasting experiences, they make entertaining effortless. Visit loca.ca to start planning today.
I'm Gene Principe, bringing Seasons Heatings from Legacy Heating and Cooling. For Yuletide comfort you'll love this Christmas. You should call Legacy. Call Legacy. There's no better way to fix your furnace. You just call Legacy. Call Legacy. They're professional, never rude, Dolph. You should call Legacy. Call Legacy. Plus, no interest and no prints of payments for 1 year when you buy with Legacy Heating and Cooling.
At Fountain Tire, success is a team effort. They're committed to their team members and their customers. And that means treating your vehicle like it's their own and finding solutions that suit your needs. Because whatever the road brings ahead, they're on it with you. Visit fountaintire.com today.
Edmonton's go-to station for all things sports is Sports 1440.
From Low Tide to Kevin Carrius and Jason Greger, we deliver the latest on your favorite teams.
Tune in 24 hours a day, 7 days a week
to Sports 1440.
River Cree is the place for all your favorite sports. River Cree Resort and Casino, featuring UFC action and boxing live on the big screens at Tap 25, the MVP of sports bars, and in the Center Bar. Plus, catch this fall's biggest games. Every goal, every tackle, every home run. River Cree is also home to the Twin Rinks, where rec hockey and community teams come to play. Public skating available. Details at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Across rural Alberta, volunteers and community groups work hard to make life better for their neighbors, creating new playgrounds, better rinks, and gathering places that bring us together. Vision Credit Union is proud to lend these local heroes a helping hand. Apply today for a Helping Hand grant up to $10,000 to support your community's next big idea. Let's make great things happen together. Applications are open until January 31st, 2026. Learn more at whatsyourshare.ca.
Get the inside scoop for your team on Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
$11:41. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick with you here. Coming up today on the Lowdown with Flow Tide. It's Wednesday. So Kevin McCurdy will be by. They'll also be joined by Mike Stelter. Talk about the Ben Stelter tournament coming up shortly and the money they'll be raising and what it's all going to be going to. You can also check out sports1440.ca for more information. They got some great raffle prizes there as well. We're proud to present that. And of course, there'll be lots of Oilers talk today, I think, with what's going on. And today on the Jason Greger Show, should be a pretty good one. We've got the president and CEO, partial owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers, Stan Kasten, joining us on the Business of Sport with Jason and longtime NHL player agent Rich Winter. We're going to bump that up to 2 o'clock. That time worked best for Mr. Kasten, and he's a busy man, so we're getting some time from him. He'll be on the Business of Sport from 2 to 3 with Greger and Rich. We'll also be joined by Jack Michael, voice of the Edmonton Oilers. We've got Colin Livingston coming in, Cam Tate's 2-minute warning, Dave McCarthy, 5 questions, Mark Spector, and Derek Van Diest. Now, you might be saying, Jack Michael, that's a big one. Well, let me tell you what the month of giving today. I'll start with package 2. Dinner for 12 at Vivo Ristorante. Could hear you without even your mic on there. You like Vivo, Duke?
Love Vivo. It's awesome.
That's real Italiano.
That's right how it is, man. It's like family style. The everything just in the middle of the table. You dish up. You can't beat it. You can't. It's awesome.
So get this. I said you and 6 friends will dine with Oilers TV broadcasting team Gene Principe, Louis DeBrusque, and Jack Michaels and their wives. 5-course meal with wine pairings and beverages of your choice. Of course, you'll pick a date that works for you and the rest of the group, and all the money raised is going to go to Sports Central. So that's a pretty cool package. The food alone would be dynamite, but then you throw in Gene Principe, Louis DeBrusque, and Jack Michaels.
That's Gino in his element.
You might not get a word in.
He's just Gino's going to be running the things, probably ordering for the table.
Oh, absolutely.
Rubbing elbows with all of his other paisans.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's a great package.
We should put in a bid on that one. And then we also have a package. Man, Louis DeBrusque going crazy here with his time. Fishing with Louis DeBrusque with Get Hooked Fishing Adventures. You two friends will have a full day of fishing on the North Saskatchewan River with fishing enthusiast and Oilers color commentator Louis DeBrusque. Of course, catered lunch provided. And you'll pick up the time. There's 26 different species of fish in the North Saskatchewan River, but you'll primarily catch walleye, pike, goldeye, and sturgeon. That's Mike with Get Hooked. I'll show you how to do that. And all the money is going to go to Operation Friendship Senior Society. So 2 really good packages up for grabs today in the month of giving. For those curious, tomorrow, how about this one? A catered 5-course meal with Struddy and Greg's at your home. 10 people from Loca. Plus, Dave Owens, our good friend, going to be providing beer and whiskey. And also here, Greg's and Struds will bring a special guest. Who could it be?
It's the con man.
It's not me.
Oh.
That would be a disappointment. I would
you're
think.
Special.
Yeah, but like a different kind of special. I think it's got to be like a big name. I don't know who it would be. I'm going to probably ask and see if Gregor will tell me who it is. But that's tomorrow.
But then you'll be sworn to secrecy.
Yeah, of course I will tell nobody else, but I would like to know. Oh, cool. I just saw the text. Jeremy said, did you guys see that cool cake try I got after the game? I did. So Art of Cake whipped that one up. Very cool. I was trying to zoom in on it, but the picture got a little blurry. Art of Cake sent us the cake for our first birthday here on Sports 1440. It was delicious. Chinese Elvis says, "Hey fellas, after the first goal, noticed 97 looked over his shoulder a few times with Skinner, recognizing it was weird and celebrating next to Skinner. A real leader and always aware of his surroundings." Yeah, there was one picture of kind of the celebration, and he was side-eyeing Skinner. And then he also gave him a tap on the pads later on in the game. There are some videos of them chatting it up pre-game. It's weird. Like, could you imagine, like, well, we're not professional athletes, obviously, but if one day I walked in and they're like, yeah, Brandon's been traded. You got a new co-host.
Pigeon toss.
I'd be like, oh, well, that's cool because, especially with the NHL, like, you're traveling with these guys. You're around them so much. It'd just be, one of your boys just gets traded to Pittsburgh. And you'd like Tristan Jarry, but it would be a little bit sad, I think. So, yeah, it was an interesting one last night. Cat Dad says, "You're saying there's a bigger name out there than Jason Strudwick?" I don't think so. Struddy was like prime Struddy yesterday. We got a text in that he was signing autographs. So he was just like hyping up his penmanship and how long his line was to get autographs on Tuesday night. I don't even know where
at.
I don't know, but
Just out on Struddy's own street corner or what?
I think there was some sort of VIP event that Struddy was headlining.
Ooh,
And signing autographs. So, I mean, if you've never got a chance to hang out with Struddy, this is what I would say. To whoever wins that package tomorrow, ask him about his dog park story. I don't know if he'll tell it with the same passion he once did, but ask him about the dog park. It'll be a good one. Lance says, I'd buy, wouldn't buy, I'd bid it for a dinner with Connor, Lowtide, Brandon, and Declan. I wonder where. Maybe like ours would be like the mall food court. You and four friends got to go to the mall food court.
Your choice of any of the available restaurants, chains, whatever you want to call them, vendors.
Yeah.
Inside the food court. Your choice, whatever you'd like.
$25 limit.
And we got to try and find a table open that's big enough to seat all of us.
Yeah.
Easier said than done, especially this time of year.
It wouldn't be the most popular package, but, every cent helps when it comes to the charities in this time of year. So keep it locked here on Sports 1440. Low Tide coming up next, and it'll be followed by the Jason Greger Show. And then all night long, Fox Sports Radio. See, Lance says, honestly, he'd love that. You got a lot of options at the food court. New restaurants popping in there all the time, actually. Did you hear the report that the Knicks will allegedly not hang an NBA Cup banner?
I think Josh Fenwick's probably heartbroken about that because when I was just I didn't watch any of the game last night, obviously. Well, I shouldn't say obviously, but I did not watch any of the game last night. Saw the final result, and it was just reading a little bit of a recap of it this morning, and Josh says, hang the banner. Well, too bad, Josh. They ain't doing it. They're not following in the footsteps of the Lakers and the Bucks. Previous two winners, right? So
I mean, it's why not? I feel like that event is getting some momentum a little bit. Josh says no. They want that. It's a little extra money. $500,000 to the winning squad. Maybe ramp that up a little bit. I don't know. I just felt like the Knicks needed to win that. If they got to lock in on these big games. This is their chance with all the injuries out east. You got to win this, set the tone, and then move that into the playoffs. Also, reports from the majors. Bo Bichette informs suitors he's willing to move to second base. Duke, what does that change?
I don't know. I feel like any teams that were interested probably had that in their mind anyway. This is, I guess, Bichette making it public or disclosing it to the teams that are circling the wagons on him. And if it's a matter of the Blue Jays, right, that kind of was very viewed very much as a possibility here moving forward. I've long wanted to see him have success at shortstop, and he has improved there drastically. But when you see the way Jimenez played there in his absence, right, like you have to have Bo Bichette in your lineup. He's too good of a bat to not, obviously. But is it necessary to play him in a position where can be outplayed on a game-to-game basis, defensively specifically? So to have that type of bat at the shortstop position, there's a ton of value in it because you need defense to be a priority there. Any offense they can provide is usually the bonus. For Bichette, it's almost kind of the other way around. But hey, if he says that this is a step he's willing to take. Now, does that impact the money he might earn as a result? Possibly, because of what I just said about the value of a shortstop. It's not quite the same at second base. So is that going to decrease the potential earnings for him? Maybe by a hair. I still think any team, Blue Jays or otherwise, are willing to shell out that, what are we talking, like $30 million per season range for a player of his caliber. I absolutely think it's still in the realm of possibility for sure.
Because you're paying for the bat, right?
100%. Any defense upside he provides you, which I don't know if there's any defensive upside with Bichette at second base, but maybe there's less risk than him playing at shortstop, where he is still prone to maybe some more errors than he would at the two bag.
Yeah. Hot also says, I'd go to the Chinese place, 4 items. 2 meats? That's the best when you can get in the mall food court. And the rig said,
I go 3 meat, 5 item box. It's awesome.
3 meat.
The only reason I do, the 2 reasons. A, leftovers. I don't have to eat it all at once. Chinese food, excellent for leftovers. And I simply can't decide. Even at 3 meat items, there's usually at least 1 or 2 that I'm like, make sure I have to get those ones next time.
I'm curious how much it would cost to go 5 meats.
Yeah, you know what? I don't need any rice or noodles. Just fill that up with sweet sour pork, ginger beef, kung pao chicken, maybe some of those hot or boneless ribs.
Yeah.
Chicken balls, if that's your speed.
I like that. I would love to just go like straight up 5 ginger beefs.
Just 4 pounds of ginger beef.
Yeah. People would point and ask questions, but it'd be good.
Hey, look, it's Declan.
Hey, there's Declan. Absolutely.
Lurking.
Lingerer. Jeff says, hey guys, how weird would it be if the Oilers just had to go back to free agent Stuart Skinner this summer as a backup?
The jokes were thrown around in a group chat of mine last night. The Penguins, they fall out of it. Is a guy like Stuart Skinner and, of course, Brett Kulak looked at as trade chips for them as expiring free agents. What will it take for the Oilers to reacquire Stuart Skinner in late February? Cal Pickard and a 4th-round pick.
I mean, at the start of the year, people were saying that about Evander Kane.
Yeah.
How much to bring Kaner back?
Scored a nice goal last night. Had a little help with the assistance of a referee throwing a pick on the Rangers D-man for him, but Kane showing that good finish in around the net front.
Crane right here says, what team would actually trade for Stuart Skinner? Like, why do you do that? To improve your lottery odds? Well, I mean,
maybe you've got an injury-prone starter. And your backup is not reliable or the numbers are bad. There's a number of reasons. I get it. Craig is one of the very well-documented Stuart Skinner detractors and views essentially no positive in his game whatsoever.
You might say he was part of a duo that went to the Stanley Cup Finals in consecutive seasons.
Right.
Though
you might say that because it's a fact.
Calvin Pickard did his part for sure, but Skinner very good against the Dallas Stars in those series as well. So that's probably why you would do it, I would say. If Skinner plays for the rest of the season, he'll be signing a 1.5 one-year deal from JP. Well, probably, yeah. I mean, if he does.
Like, how poorly does he have to play for that to happen?
Very poorly.
Very poorly.
That'd be a very big if, too. I think teams probably would have confidence like, hey, defensively, we can play better in front of them. Let's bring him in. Maybe give him a little bit more, a little more term. But we'll see. I'm intrigued. Last night was not his game. Oilers definitely knew how to get the job done against him.
Answering the age-old question, who has the advantage? A shooter with knowledge on his goaltender or a goaltender with knowledge on the shooters?
Yeah. How about the Oilers? 6 goals in each of the starts for Tristan Jarry. Empty netters,
pretty good
run support. But yeah, you get that. You should be doing okay. Low Tide coming up next. Make sure you keep it locked here on Sports 1440 for that, followed by the Jason Greger Show in the month of giving. Rolling on here. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you missed it, go check the podcast. Apple, Google, Spotify, wherever you get it from, or head over to Sports 1440 AM on YouTube. You can also give it a listen and watch over there. For the Duke and Josh Fenwick, I'm Connor Halley. We'll take our 23-hour break. Be back again to do it again tomorrow at 11 a.m. as we'll preview Thursday Night Football, and the Oilers will take on the Bruins. So we'll talk about that as well. Before that, though, let's get to a Sports 1440 update brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Only available in Leduc.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
5-game slate in the NHL tonight. Panthers hosting the Kings. Mammoth head to Detroit. Jets are in St. Louis. Predators take on the Hurricanes. And the nightcap has the Devils in Sin City against the Vegas Golden Knights. 3 games in the PWHL. Montreal playing Toronto, New York hosting Boston, and Ottawa, after last night's loss in Vancouver, will jump over to Seattle to take on the Torrent. Pair of games on the hardwood. Bulls hosting the Cavaliers, and Memphis in Minnesota to play the Timberwolves. In case you missed it earlier this morning, Miami Dolphins announcing their benching quarterback Tua Tagovailoa in favor of 7th-round draft pick Quinn Ewers to play the Cincinnati Bengals this Sunday. Tua threw a league-leading 15th interception in Monday's loss. That eliminated the Fins from playoff contention. Coming up on Sports 1440, it is the Lowdown with Low Tide. I'm Brendan Douglas. That's your Sports 1440 update.